We bought this property, which is split into 2 flats in April 2022 as our first home. And since then, we've been renovating it back into one big house. If you're new here, then hey, we're Ellie and Lloyd. And welcome back to another renovation vlog. Hello, and welcome back to another renovation vlog. It is Saturday now, and me and Lloyd are getting to work on the house. We've had quite a busy week, not house-related stuff. Lloyd has been to collect some bifolding doors for another project that we have coming up in the future. One of the evenings we went out to watch Yumi at 6 play their final ever tour on Thursday and had a really late night and then an early morning yesterday. So the only progress that we've made this week is putting a little bit of paint on the wall and continuing with our Signat filling and sanding back with some of the areas that we needed to repair in the ceiling and in the walls. So we haven't done that much progress this week, have we?
No.
But this is how it's looking after Lloyd has given this back wall 2 coats of paint. So we've gone for this colour, which is greige, what is it, Greigeo 2? And it's looking really nice, I think, especially in this room with the south-facing sunlight coming in. So that's that wall done, and then we're having a dilemma with what colour to paint the other walls. But I think it's going to be this white 06, which is the same colour as we've got in the loft conversion. We're also going to have a look at starting to build our fireplace surround / mantelpiece, but we are waiting for some tools to be delivered, a router, track saw, etc. So we don't know whether we should just wait till we've got those tools to make life easier, but at the same time we want to get on with it, so it's quite difficult. But hopefully the tools will turn up early next week, fingers crossed. But in the meantime, we're going to kind of weigh out the materials that we've got, make a list of everything that we need to get, and possibly make a start. So I'll keep you updated. We've decided we're going to use some old, what is it, 4x2?
Yeah.
4x2 from the stud walls from when we knocked down all of the walls upstairs. So we're going to take all of the nails out of them. We've been saving these up for a project like this, and we're finally getting to use up the scrap, which is great. So we're going to take the nails out of these now, and then once that's done, we'll be able to build a bit of a frame for the fireplace surround with these. And then the plan is to kind of clad them with MDF, so we've got a nice smooth finish, but it's kind of like boxed out a bit. We've got something to fix, like a little bit of a shelf too. You'll see what I mean. As you will have seen on the time lapse, Lloyd has been getting on with building out the frames for the kind of mantelpiece surround. So we've got the 4x2, then we've got the cut down piece, which is half, so it's 6x2 and then 4x2, and then Lloyd's just cladding them with MDF sheets. So we've got 18mm MDF on the front here, and then we've just gone for some offcuts of our MDF shaker paneling that we did about 2 years ago, which we've used to fill the gaps in here. And then we'll just fill all of the gaps with some wood filler, sand it back and paint it. I think it's going to look lovely.
That's right.
Lloyd has now completed the fireplace surround. So you can see we've cladded it, or Lloyd's cladded it with MDF, and we've kind of got a few joins in it. We had to join this piece, that's just a pencil mark there. We had to join this piece in the middle here, just because we didn't have a strip long enough. So we're going to wait for the wood glue to go off before trimming it all off, and then we shall fill all of the joins and the pinholes. This is actually our old, I think it was a cupboard.
It was the cupboard
for the oil tank. A water tank for the ground floor flat. So we hang on to that for the past 2.5 years.
Handy, no?
Now we're using it. We've been waiting to use this for a while, and the 4x2 actually. It's from the upstairs walls.
Walls and upstairs.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, that's what I say. So this has basically cost us 0, the mantelpiece.
Yeah.
So the next plan now, after we filled and sanded back, is we're going to be having a little shelf over the top of this, or I don't know what you'd call it.
Yeah, like it's all, what do you call a mantelpiece?
It's just the top of the mantelpiece, basically, isn't it? The top of the surround, and it's going to have like a bit of a there we are, Lloyd will demonstrate, that kind of thing. A little bit deeper than that, or maybe about the same, and then we're going to have like a bit of a decorative, either a bead, like some kind of moulding that we buy from Wix or B&Q, or something that we make ourselves with a router. So we'll keep you updated on that one. But if you have any ideas in the meantime, please let us know, because don't know at this moment in time whether the router's going to arrive by the time this video's up or not. So we shall see. But other than that, while Lloyd's been getting on with that, I've been painting this wall. So Lloyd painted this wall yesterday? Day before. This is the Grasio 2 from Lick I showed earlier, and then this is a mixture of white 06 and white 07. So we said it's white 06.5. And it's actually a really nice colour. It's just kind of a neutral. I didn't want it to be too stark white, but equally I wanted to use up the paint that we had in stock so as not to, you know, kind of waste it or buy more unnecessarily. So I've done that. And so we've got 2 walls painted now. We're not going to be painting this wall until we've had our bay window refitted. Oh, also, we ordered our bay window on Thursday. So that's going to be arriving in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. So once the bay window is changed, then we can really get on with finalising this room. But in the meantime, we're just trying to get on with anything else we can do. Yeah, what's the plan for the rest of the day?
Well, we've got this door and liner to do, but...
Yeah, that's another thing. We still have the original door on this room, the old mahogany boy, MDF mahogany. So we will be replacing that with a door to match like this one. We've already got the door and the door liner, thankfully, so at least we don't have to fork out for that. Girl math, it's basically free. Yeah, we bought the doors when they were on offer from Wix, I think it was. So we could look at doing that. And in the meantime, I'm going to start sorting out this wall here, just because there's quite a few bits to sort out. Lloyd's already started with the repairs down there where the fuse spur was for the storage heater, which was here. You can kind of see the difference in paint colour. So that all needs sorting out. There's loads of kind of like just rough bits of like where they've kind of tried to repair things. So a bit of Signat will sort that out. But I'll probably leave this wall. There's not that much of it, to be honest, until afterwards.
Are we going to do some in there? Panels or shutters or something?
Yeah, we talked about possibly doing, I think I said this last week, on this kind of reveal, to have like a kind of old school shutter effect, like something like this kind of thing. So let me know what you guys think of that or any ideas for that. That would be really good. And then it'll be onto our bay window seat. Another one of my ideas for Lloyd to bring to life. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll do something.
We'll sort that something out.
Yeah, I don't quite know what we're going to do.
I'll have to remember to keep it ventilated actually, won't we? Because there's a vent under there.
You want to make it a bit more deeper, do you? Is that what the plan?
Yeah, just a little bit deeper so that you can actually comfortably sit on it. Bobby will love that. Oh, he'll love that.
I think it's for him, he can look out.
He can lie on there and look out the window. We also just said that Bobby could have a bed to go in here. He was here the other day and he was hiding. He always hides when it's time to leave. And he was hiding in here trying to blend in with the tiles. Bless him. So we have been... What have we been doing? Filling some of that wall where the radiator was and sorting that out ready for paint. So that's going off now. So we'll probably paint that tomorrow. I don't know actually. But I've just touched up the ceiling and now I'm going to be moving on to sealing these bricks. This is what we've got to do that. We got this about 2 years ago when we were doing the bathroom. It's called Floor Seal Interior Brick Sealer and Dust Proofer. So basically all it does is just seals the bricks so none of the dust from the mortar or the bricks comes off. So when you touch them, they're not disgustingly dusty and dirty, basically. And it just gives them a little bit of a sheen as well. I think if you do 2 coats, like the more coats you do, the shinier it gets. So you can kind of judge how shiny you want it to be, but we'll probably just do 2 coats. But I'm gonna do that now. Lloyd's getting on with some more touch-ups down in the corner down here. We think we're gonna be putting, if we can find one to fit, a small sofa bed in that corner, so we've got like an extra spare room. Just may as well have an extra bed in here for the occasional times that we have guests. So that's that. I'm gonna get on with ceiling. And then that's probably it for the day, do you reckon? It's Sunday now and we've just started back working in the office. So Lloyd is filling the pinholes and the old hinge holes in the mantelpiece surround that we made yesterday. And I've just given the bricks a second coat of sealer slash dustproofer. So you can see they're looking a little bit more shiny now. I might do one more coat on these. We'll see what it looks like once this one's dry. What else? Lloyd raked out this crap yesterday in the plaster, so we're gonna try. Oh, we'll try and buy some of that as well.
Yeah, we can do it.
We've seen, I think it was on Charlie DI White's channel, that you can mend a crack like this with some kind of resin. So, because we've tried it before with sand and cement, with Senya, crack always comes back. So we're gonna try this resin method for this crack, just for something different, but we are gonna be doing paneling on this little section of wall anyway, so it's not gonna be the end of the world, because it will be slightly disguised with that paneling. And then we're gonna head to B&Q, I think, or Wickes or somewhere like that, to try and get ourselves a piece of timber to make our shelf out of for the top of this mantelpiece. I think that's the plan. I don't think we need to pick anything else up, do we? I go to B&Q now to collect some materials. So we have got our little list. Otherwise, we get here and forget.
Looking at plants.
Start looking at plants and forget everything that we actually came for in the first place. So what are we looking for first? We got shelf, coving slash quadrant, resin, cork, masking tape.
All out in the same place, you know.
Option 1, small sheet of MDF. What's that? 18mm, so it's the same.
Yeah, 600 by 1800.
That's option 1.
That would match everything else.
And then option 2, which is also 18mm. What's that one? 12 quid. Thicker again, is it?
28mm thick.
That's nice, yeah. Yeah, that looks good, and 130, perfect.
You want a rope doing that then?
Yeah, that gives us enough depth, doesn't it, actually?
Put an edge on
Because the
that.
deeper it is, the more... That's our decision made. Moulding section from B&Q, and we're going to go for one of these. And it's called... Is it that one, or is it that one? That one.
Yes.
Double Ovolo glass beading. £7, 47 pence. Shelf and beading acquired. Now we're going to head to Screwfix to just pick up a few other bits. So resin for mending that crack, and some cork, and what was the third thing?
Is that pork?
Pork! Cork! Just popped to Screwfix for some pork. Oh. Explain what it is!
I don't even know if it's the right stuff. Right, we're going to fill the crack with crack repair.
We don't know if this is the right thing to do, so please don't take our word for it, but this is what we're going to give a go.
I don't think the crack's not very deep, is it? No, it's, you know...
It looks deep from my house.
Yeah, well, I've made it worse by raking it out, don't I? But like, when we've discovered it, it didn't look bad, did it?
No, but we're just trying a different method. I did explain this earlier. We've tried a few different methods and it hasn't been successful.
We're going to bosh a bit of this in there. I've SPR'd in this as well.
So Lloyd's going to do that. What am I going to do? Good question. I'm going to lightly sand back the filler that he put in this morning on the mantelpiece. And then we might have to put a bit more on, do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Before we kind of prime it or anything like that. Lloyd has now filled that and put some Senya on it, so we're going to have to put a few layers of that on, but that's how the crack is looking. And we've also just redone another layer of cork along the top of there, just because we'd done it, we'd kind of like been a little bit messy with this dark colour cutting into the ceiling. All of the mantelpiece sanded back, although we had to put a little bit more on here to blend out this little lip. Anything else to add? Oh, Yeah,
Did you video that or not?
I videoed it in the shop, but not properly.
I'm gonna hold it up.
Yeah, go on then. Lloyd will hold this up now and we can kind of show you the plan. We're waiting for the router so we can router things. So we've bought this bead, which is, I actually can't remember what it was called. I think I showed in the clip in B&Q what it was called, but it's got like a kind of 90-degree back to it with a little hollow. What would you even call that?
I think the idea of that is it leaves space, so if something's not true 90, this will try and make it 90.
That's clever, yeah. So it doesn't throw it off too much.
Because if that was 90 sharp into the corner and you tried to fit it to something that weren't 90, you would try and kick it.
Yeah.
The Steve's cutting that might as well.
Yeah, we're gonna cut this to size, but it's gonna overhang slightly.
65mm.
And then this piece of beading is just gonna go underneath like that as like a little feature. And it kind of is meant to look like this is sort of holding the shelf up, even though it's definitely not. That is our progress for Sunday. So Lloyd has been priming the fireplace surround here, and I've just been going around kind of cutting into the brick and to the wall the other side. So that's looking good. We have put a little bit more Cineat on the crack there, and we've just been like doing more bits of Cineat here and there as well. So in the week we're going to give that another coat of primer, and we're going to be painting this wall as well. And we've got just a few little touch-ups to do down here as well, where we found some marks in the wall. So that's the progress of the weekend, and now I've just started to make a roast dinner, chicken dinner, and my mum, my brother and Lloyd's mum are going to be coming over, so that'll be nice to see everyone. Our dads are actually on a boys' trip together in over in West Cork in Ireland to see the rally. So shout out to the Irish, that's where mine and Lloyd's dads are on a lad's holiday. But yes, that is it for the weekend's progress, and we'll be doing bits and bobs in the week now. Gonna get on with the dinner now. It is Monday afternoon and I am just gonna go and do a little bit more sanding in the home office. I did some this morning. I did a bit of work in here this morning. So I've done a second coat of primer on the mantelpiece, and I've done a first coat of paint on this wall. However, I can't believe I wasn't filming it, but we had a massive peeling issue here. I don't know why it's peeling. I think possibly the people who lived here before didn't miscoat the fresh plaster, potentially. If there's like a little bit of damage in the wall, it just seems to like peel the whole thing off. So I've put a little bit of paint on that with a paintbrush, and then I've put some Cineat on it. Cineat solves everything, right? So you can just see I've put a little bit of Cineat on where the issues were happening. Although, look at that. This is what was happening before. Can you see there's like a little bubble? Wow, it's so weird. I don't really know what to do. Like I literally said to Lloyd earlier, like in hindsight, we should have just blue gritted these walls and replastered, which is a lot of effort, but actually, at least you do it once and it's done. Whereas with this, I'm sort of back and forth. Anyway, there's worse things in the world going on than my wall and my little bit of peeling paint. So we will sort that out. Anyway, I'm going to get on with trying to give that a little bit of a sand back now. Possibly a second coat of paint then on this wall. And then we will go and cook dinner. Good morning, guys. It is now Wednesday. Actually, the day that you're seeing this vlog, or the day that this vlog has been uploaded. But look how beautiful the weather is. Honestly, spring has really sprung here in Wales and I'm here for it. Also, how lovely does the kitchen look? I know it's a little bit messy right now, but without my fresh daffodils, honestly obsessed with our kitchen. I also wanted to let you guys know, if any of you guys are considering a new kitchen in the UK, definitely check out Smile Kitchens. We honestly could not recommend them more. They are such a lovely business to deal with. Anything at all was resolved so quickly. You feel really looked after, and honestly, the quality of the kitchen is second to none. But like the grain, wood grain on the cabinets It's so lovely. These are solid ash doors, even though the cabinets themselves are softwood. The doors are all solid ash, and you can really see it's painted as well. Just like the quality of the hardware. And do I even need to mention the worktops? I am obsessed with our worktop. This is, the one we went for is called Calcutta Gold Supreme Quartz, and it's incredible. It really does need a bit of a clean, but... So if you are looking for a new kitchen and you're in the UK, definitely check out Smile Kitchens, and remember to use our code 2flats1house, which is gonna get you money off your kitchen, but it also gets you a free design consultation, which is worth £25. So even if you're just dipping your toe in at the moment, just to, you know, get some ideas for some design, for the layout and the kind of overall aesthetic of your kitchen, it's definitely worth it. So yeah, make sure you check out Smile Kitchens. I'll leave a link in the description, and make sure you use our discount code as well to get you some money off. Other than that, guys, this does conclude this week's video. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Sorry it wasn't so much progress this week. I feel like it was a little bit here, there and everywhere while we're waiting for A, the window to be delivered, and B, our tools to be delivered for the mantelpiece. So we'll get there, we will get there, and hopefully next week I'll have some more progress for you guys. But make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok in the meantime. It's at 2flats1house. We are posting a lot more regularly on there and daily stories, so you can keep up to date with what's going on in real time. So make sure you're following us on there. Other than that, I will see you next Wednesday for another renovation vlog. Bye.